is good, everybody? My Paper Moon fam. It's your boy, PaperSin, aka the Hokage of the village. Hitting in that loud, you feel me? And some people are just, well, straight up entitled. You know, they feel like the universe, the world owes them everything, and for them to not have to do anything to obtain their desires. And when you see such people, sometimes you wish the universe or the world, you know, would metaphorically, you know, smack some sense into them, or, you know, give them a couple black eyes or something, just let them know what's up. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about one such person. We're actually gonna be watching a video about it. So let's just get into it. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently this woman expects strangers to pay for her shopping sprees. Okay. This video is by Think Before You Sleep, and is on, as always, all the links and all the channel to everything will be in the description below. Be sure to check them out. Let's get into it.
Amanda's typical of Generation Y. She still lives at home, has no bills to pay. She earns $35,000 a year and happily blows every cent.
I get told off by old ladies about, you know, you're spending too much money. I mean, that's my concern, not anyone else's concern. It's my bill, it's my debt, I'll deal with it. And if I can't afford it, I'll just, you know, go bankrupt.
Bro, they're trying to help her. They're trying to save her before she makes those mistakes and she finds herself in that crazy amount of debt. And she's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And then she might try something that I don't personally condone, you know?
This is like rage bait for boomers. She lives at home. She doesn't pay bills, and she doesn't listen to her elders. These dumb millennials don't know what they're doing.
Actually, they said Gen Y,
Gen Y are millennials, by the way. But let me ask, who raised the millennial generation? That's not to say that her statement about bankruptcy wasn't incredibly stupid, though. Imagine pretending that you're shouldering responsibility by saying that you'll deal with it, and then immediately after, saying that you'll just file for bankruptcy, which means someone else will have to pay for your luxury spending.
How much do you spend a week on your credit card?
Oh, 1,500?
And you don't blink at that?
Not at all. Nothing.
It's a lot of money.
It's all right. It's happiness.
Let me take a second to translate here. It's 1,500 Australian dollars, which are worth a lot less than American dollars, so it's about $1,000 USD. However, this 60-minute special was done in 2008, which is why the millennials are the source of all the world's problems. So in today's dollars, that's around $1,429, which is really close to $1,500, so you can actually just pretend all the dollar values in this special are modern-day dollar values in American money. Convenient. That being said, this girl Amanda is only 20, and obviously just got her first credit card.
Don't look at the price, really. If you love it, you love it. That's it. Get it. Don't have hesitations about it. Don't have second thoughts.
What, whack it on the card?
Yeah, and pay it off later. It's like a take-home lay-by.
Now, I understand that the whole point of this news report is to find someone who is terrible with money to be the spokesperson for why all millennials are bad, but in all fairness to the news organization that is probably trying to be bad faith in this report here, this is the mindset of way too many people, considering that debt is so rampant, and it seems like the majority of people don't understand that desire is infinite and resources are limited. No matter how much money you make, you can always desire something more expensive, so if you have the mindset that Amanda has, then you will always be broke.
Today, she's unleashing a brand new credit card. Limit $5,000.
Okay, so that framing from earlier of her spending $1,500 a week is a little dishonest. They made it seem like she does that every week, when in reality, if $5,000 is her credit card limit on the new card, then she's not wasting money on luxury items for very long, even if she pays them down as time goes on. But do you know it's not a waste of money? Read Street Soap. Read Street Soap.
Before you get into that, she could also just be like, I doubt she's getting a new credit card every single like week or some shit. But she could also just be that specific credit card might have a limit of 5,000, but she might have other credit cards that she's gotten that have, you know, higher limits or something. I doubt she has too many of them that are willing to let her have a very high credit line. But that's dangerous. So hopefully she's not it does seem like she's not actually trying to spend $1,500. Yeah, because $1,500 a week. So I don't know, man, but still, just I agree that having that mindset of just, you know, buy it now, pay it, buy whatever you want now, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it, and then quote unquote pay it off later is not a great one to have unless you're actually, I mean, not say unless, but it's not a great one to have, period. But that's not a good thing. It's not a great one to have, period. If you can actually pay it off all the way before you go out spending again, that's still not a great mindset to have. You know, you don't want to be trying to max out your card once or twice a week. I mean, every week or every other week. You don't want to be trying to do that. Like, no matter what the limit is, you shouldn't be trying to overspend for anything, right? It's just, I mean, you just want to be responsible with your bank. And you know what I'm saying? You don't want to. I think people are. Some people just don't know the value of a dollar, and I'm grateful my dad, you know, taught me such things.
Always strives to bring you the best smelling soaps that have the best possible ingredients. My recommendations for the guys are the Blue Collar Scrub, the Day at the Beach, and the Woodshop soaps. For the girls, try the Bimbo Bar. Speaking of being frugal,
oh my God.
I've been using these soaps for months now, and I swear...
I think the guys should try this, and this. For the girls, try the Bimbo Bar. Oh my God.
They last forever.
I don't think he meant it like that.
I don't even put it on one of those soap strainer things that
But
preserve
it's
the
funny
bar,
to think about.
and each soap lasts like 4 to 6 weeks. And don't forget that Reed Street Soap also sells candles. We recently came out with this nice hot chocolate candle that actually smells like hot chocolate, which is perfect as a gift, or you can try the coffee candle. Just
that
like the
hot
soaps,
chocolate,
these candles
that
last
shit would
quite
make
a
me, like,
while. So if you want
hungry
to
in a
check out
way.
Reed Street Soap, then click on the first link in the description. All right, one of the more disheartening things about modern society is just how much some people are willing to subject themselves to years of suffering in the future for a few bits of momentary pleasure, or because they are too lazy to investigate what they're putting their money towards or how things work. All without understanding one of the simplest parts of economics, which is that just because someone is willing to give you a loan for something doesn't mean you can afford it.
I can see myself in this. Hi, Pete!
BMW,
So exciting.
Amanda has only 22 cents in the bank, but she's preparing to buy a $60,000 car.
Did she go to school? Does she have credit? Does she have like school debt, or does her parents paying for everything pretty much? Like, what's really behind the scenes here?
On credit.
So we have 20-year-old Amanda here, who is hell-bent on maxing out all her credit cards, and now she's buying a brand new $60,000 BMW, which don't have the greatest reputation for being long-lasting cars. Up until this point, considering that she has no expenses and makes $35,000 a year, provided that she doesn't lose her job, which you never know is going to happen, and that's why you don't take out a bunch of debt to purchase luxuries. So provided that she doesn't lose her job, and considering that her new credit card limit was only $5,000, she probably could easily pay off whatever credit card debt she has if she stops the shopping sprees. But now that she's added a car payment that is likely close to $1,200 a month, depending on how long her loan repayment plan is, she's kind of screwed, as that is close to half her monthly salary after taxes. That's $1,200 a month, including maintenance, which is expensive on a luxury car. You know how it's like $400 to change all your tires on a regular car? On a luxury car, it can be close to $400 per tire.
Holy
That's just
shit.
one of many things that needs to be maintained.
Another $1,200.
So enjoy figuring out how to pay for stuff like that and your car payment.
Sorry.
And don't forget insurance. This was such a stupid purchase for someone who makes $35,000 a year. Combined with minimum payments on her credit cards, she's quickly going to be working exclusively to pay off debt with very little progress. Congratulations, you made yourself a slave. And she'll likely have to work a second job to pay for that car, so have fun having no time to actually enjoy the things that you bought. Who's to blame for this? Obviously, someone else.
And if I feel sorry for anybody that might marry her without knowing that about the huge amount of debt that she's accumulated. You know what I'm saying? Because then she's obviously gonna be counting on them to pay it, or like just straight up telling them that they need to pay it off for her. And if I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the the good rule of thumb for buying anything is, especially large purchases, is don't buy it unless you can pay for it twice over. Like, unless you can pay for the full amount twice over. I'm pretty sure that's a good rule of thumb for things. But okay.
Are you saying you're a victim in all of this?
We are. We're targets. We are targets of the bank because they know that we're gullible. They know that anything they say.
Bitch, you're acting gullible. Bitch, you're the one walking. You're the one that sees the trap and is like, huh. I wonder how bad that hurts. And then you walk into it, get hurt, and then you go, damn the person who put this trap here. It's your fault. You piqued my curiosity. Like, are you kidding me? Bitch, are you dumb? Is she secretly blonde?
Say we'll just follow. It's just they're the leader and we're just, the little people walking behind them. They give me money.
You're loving it. You could have sent the card back.
But I needed it.
No, you don't.
I need it for emergencies.
She does know that they're going to take the car if she declares bankruptcy like she said she would, right? She literally thinks that bankruptcy works like Michael from The Office thinks it works.
Bankruptcy, Michael, is nature's do-over. It's a fresh start. It's a clean slate.
Like the witness protection program.
Exactly.
Not at all. I've always wanted to be in the witness protection program. Fresh start. No debts, no baggage. I declare bankruptcy!
Not to mention that bankruptcy stays on your credit report for a long time, so good luck getting anyone to loan you money or getting things like an apartment. I know this is Australia, but I can't imagine that these laws are that different from the US, considering these credit card companies are global. But you might say, maybe a rich guy will save her. Sorry to break it to you, but most people marry into their own class, and rich guys aren't wifing Walmart cashiers left and right like certain influencers would have you believe. Any guy with money is going to look at her $80,000 to $100,000 of debt at 20 years old and just laugh. He would be an idiot to accept a girl with that large of a financial appetite with no means to pay it back. She spends her own money like it's nothing, so imagine what she would do with money that she didn't have to work for. Not to mention that the money doesn't just disappear when you claim bankruptcy. Banks are like casinos, and by that, I mean the house always wins.
Also, real quick, like, if she was dating somebody, right? Or let's say she did date a rich guy, right? And he noticed how much she spent on anything or how much she was always trying to get him to buy her shit. I highly doubt that any rich man would fall for that shit, would fall for that trap, unless they're just like dumber than her. You know what I'm saying? But then that guy's parents would be like, "Yo, you're dating her? And you better hell nah, get the fuck nah. What's wrong with you?"
When people default on their credit cards and stuff, they just raise interest rates on all the people who actually pay back what they borrow, which puts a really negative spin on the morality of people like Amanda, who would openly have other people pay for her luxury items.
The world financial crisis is being caused by debt. Why does Gen Y keep spending?
Because it's just like having a car accident. You only stop driving irresponsibly after you've hit the wall.
This is one of those situations where I don't like anyone involved. Obviously, Amanda is being ridiculous, but what's even more ridiculous is 60 Minutes trying to use her anecdote to make millennials look guilty for the 2008 financial crisis, to which the vast majority of were either teenagers or barely old enough to drink when the foundation for that was laid. The banks and the government were the cause of the 2008 crisis, not idiots in their 20s who don't know how to balance a checkbook. But since we're talking about wealth here, it's not just dumb impulse purchases that keep people poor. It's also the minuscule amount of investigation that a lot of people do before making major life decisions. Which brings us to our next example, Emma.
I'll have a passion fruit mojito.
Emma Lovell is a full-time student. She'll finish uni with a business degree and $40,000 in the red. For students like her, debt is a way of life.
I mean, I didn't go to business school and I can tell you how to run a business. Find a product people want, sell the product. Easy. But what exactly is a business degree, and does it teach you something that's worth $40,000? Just doing a quick Google search here, all these categories are either things you can't really learn without personal experience, so teaching them in a school is worthless, or they are things that you can learn by spending 2 weeks reading a $10 book.
You dropped 150 grand on a fucking education you could have got for $1.50 in late charges at the public library.
It's not like you're legally required to have a degree to run a business, and you're better off learning these skills elsewhere. Marketing definitely can't be taught well without experience. That requires that you know your audience, and you can't know your audience unless you know what market you're in. You can't teach business management or project management in a classroom either. These are complex skills. Probably the only thing in this category that's useful is the accounting portion. That would likely produce the excess income to take care of a $40,000 loan in a reasonable amount of time. Also,
another reason why most college degrees college is pretty much a scam. Like, it's just like designed to just get you into some depth and start your adult life off in the red.
So don't forget the years of time that are wasted in college doing general education that you're not going to remember. Everyone seems to not notice that college forces you to burn like 2+ years of your life doing those useless courses. And companies would be stupid to exclusively hire people who are taught in a laboratory versus people who read books and have real-life experience. But maybe that's a part of the reason why things are so crappy right now.
How much are you guys in debt?
By the end of my degree, I'll have around $49,000 worth of tax debt.
Around 26. Yeah, I'm almost finished and I've got about $20,000 wrapped up, so.
Damn.
Again, you have years to...
Why do they seem so proud of that? Look, did you see that?
I'll have around $49,000 worth of tax debt.
Look.
Around 26.
Smiling, proud
yeah,
of
I'm
it.
Almost finished and I've got
Super proud of it.
about $20,000 wrapped up, so.
Maybe it's just because of the camera.
Again, you have years to process this. Before you took out that loan, did you ask, what's the time period that the job market I'm entering will allow me to pay this back? Honestly, especially considering that these are women who might want a family, if you can't pay back that college loan with a couple years of grinding after you exit school, then that degree isn't worth it. If your field of study isn't nurse, computer programmer, engineer, or something that typically has a high return on investment, then you should be doing those calculations before you enroll. You're a complete moron if you spend $60,000 on a gender studies degree when you can learn that dumb crap on YouTube for free. A lot of times you can just look up the course material, purchase the books on Audible, and listen to them on 1.5 times speed. You'll learn more information doing that in the same amount of time it would take you to just commute to school. Plus, these days, it couldn't be easier to determine if your degree is useless or not with resources like YouTube, Glassdoor, or Indeed. You can just look at the typical salaries of people in the job market that you want, and you can look at day-in-the-life videos of people who work in that industry to actually make sure that you like the field that you're spending 4 to 8 years training for. Or look up a company and see if you can shadow someone for a day. What's more shocking to me, and why I think schools are largely a scam, is because they don't have you do this career investigation stuff until your last semester. Yeah, so now that you've paid us tens of thousands of dollars for a degree that's useless, we're going to require a class that helps you realize that you're screwed when it comes to getting a job. They should be teaching you this stuff about the job market from day one.
Yeah.
But of course they don't do that because then they wouldn't make as much money. So yeah, they're responsible for that. However, schools aren't going to start caring anytime soon, so the real responsibility is all on you.
I mean, that's also why some billionaires just straight up dropped out of school. They realized, like, hold up, this shit is useless. Everything they're teaching me, I could just learn at a library or just learn some other way, and none of this is actually useful. And so they would drop out. I'm pretty sure Elon Musk was one of them. Like, just drop out and then just like, all right, well, I'm gonna do my own thing, and then boom, billionaire. Like, because they were smart enough. Shout out to them, because just shout out to them for being smart enough to realize that before going too far into that situation and getting that debt. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Shout out to them.
But when it comes to responsible decisions, it seems like our girl Emma here is allergic to them. In this next clip, she explains how she took out a loan so that she could travel.
I'll be going to South Africa, then to Tanzania and Nairobi, up to London, Scotland, quick visit over to Germany, fly over to Dallas for a stop.
How are you paying for it?
With this little beauty, my loan, which was for my car, and I've now refinanced it, so I've added on another $10,000.
So
Oh my God. So it was for her car. She refinanced it and added on another $10,000 to her car loan. She was $2,688 away from having it paid off, it looks like. And then she added another $10,000 just so she can get that money and go on, like, just travel. Like, are you serious? What? Like, I get the need to or the want to travel. You know what I'm saying? I get that. You want to explore the world, get some soak in some culture. I get it. But can't you do this more responsibly? Like, I don't know, wait until, you know, you've got a great job and then use your vacation time or something. I don't know, but like, there's gotta be other ways to do that. Like, what? Anyway, I guarantee the only one of the reasons she's doing it because she has a bunch of friends that are doing it too, and they all thought it was like a good idea, and she figured out a way to join them or something. I don't know, but it might even be like something like keeping up with the Kardashians. Maybe she has friends that are slightly more wealthier than her, and her parents can pay for their trip, and she just wants to tag along, so she does something like that to refinance her car so that she can go and do stupid stuff with her friends. That's important in life. Yeah, I mean, depending, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish watching the rest of this. So I guess it wasn't as much as, you know, people being entitled and wanting other people to pay for their stuff, but it kind of is still, because like, the country has to deal with their debt at the same time, but this person's going to be, no, these people are probably going to be requiring or requesting that other people, maybe that their loved ones or someone that they get into a relationship with, try to help them deal with their debt or something like that. But I'm gonna finish watching this on my own. I don't want to take up I don't want to watch their entire video without feeling, because I'll just be feeling like I'm not adding too much, even though I maybe I am, but whatever. As always, link to their video, link to their channel will both be in the description below. And I'm trying to be responsible, okay? I'm trying to do a responsible reaction video. Leave me alone, jeez. Go watch the rest of it for yourself. Let me know what you think. Huh? Why don't you do that? Huh? Instead of looking at me like that, jerk. But yep. As always, links to everything will be in the description below. So be sure to check out Think Before You Sleep. And while you're over there at that channel, don't forget to do those 3 things that I like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that. In case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.